shameless.
Yeah, I did. In the Europa League, Europa League. Me tell them one time, and me say Europa League, Europa.
Here it is.
Bruno, don't you dare.
On. Xerxes. No. Dado collects the ball. Runs it down.
That's a
Last one. Last one.
I thought it was a goal kick. Yeah, he should save it.
Corner.
Last chance.
Right, this has to be it. This has to be
Last
it.
chance.
This has to be it.
Nana's in the box. So Nana doing there. Hold on, Nana. Take somebody out. Still there? Still there?
It's over. We done. We fucked ourselves. Tottenham's won the fucking cup.
Fuck off.
Full time. They've done it. Tottenham are fucking, oh my God. Oh.
There's no way back from this. There's no way back from that. You know, we were saying before, KG, about people will be looking at pre-season games. I think it's the beginning of the end. I think he'll probably get the summer, but I think that's the beginning of the end. That's shocking. That's awful. Absolutely shocking. Big players that you're looking to deliver. Bruno, shit. Casemiro, shit. Ahmad, stinker. All of them.
Everybody delivered a stinker today. Everybody that we said that was supposed to be carrying the flag, KG. Where was the flag? Where was the goddamn flag, bro? Nah, seriously, man. It's the players that we were looking to actually lead the line that were actually the worst. Dorgu was better than Luke Shaw. Ahmad was nowhere to be seen. Ahmad couldn't beat one person on the pitch today. He got slapped up like... Sure.
We're finished, bro. We're finished.
We gave Tottenham their first thing. Anything.
We're finished.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I know that Ineos was saying, oh, they weren't going to get rid of Amorim and all that, but I don't see any coming back from that. That is...
Young Maresca.
That is a disaster of a stream. Oh, hang up on these guys, KG. I don't want to talk to anyone. Hang them up.
He's a Chelsea fan as well.
Hang up.
He's not even a Tottenham
Arsenal fan. Solomon, what's up?
Get rid of them. I don't want to talk to any of them.
It's not even getting through. None of these lines are clear, bro.
Good. I don't want to talk to anyone.
We're finished, bro. We're finished.
Year of the birds.
We are finished.
KG, it sounds horrible as well.
What's that sound? Were you trying to... KG, something's wrong with your soundboard.
Yeah.
You're connected.
We're finished.
KG.
Everyone, it's my soundboard is finished. It's like I gotta restart it. Oh my God. Callum, Liverpool fan here.
G'day, mate.
Fucking hell, we're finished.
G'day, mate.
Oh.
I'm getting rid of him. I'm listening to him. We got super chats. Abraham says, everyone talk like we won. This is what we get. American says, Amorim is Southgate with a Portuguese accent. Pogba's Hyena says, all season, toothless, final toothless pricks. Like Mike says, still Amorim in, yeah. Joseph says, sack this bum manager. Dwayne says, I'm going on hibernation. WTF, how dare you all do this? Abraham says, fire him now. Fire Amorim now. King's Football Show says, KG, I'll call you and support Amorim in, bro. Joel Glazer's hair gel says, Ruben Amorim needs to go. Dwayne says, only come back from the...
No.
Get rid of these people. Only come back from this is top 4. I don't care. American says, Amorim is the worst manager I've ever seen. C1 Chaos says, final we expected. 2 crap teams, 2 crap managers, 2 crap goalkeepers, 1 crap goal dead game. Saar says, you'll never, ever recover from this. Shame on you. Robert Dino says, no Champions League. You man are dead. Hammer him in. Dwayne says, KG, what the fuck? Get those motherfuckers out. Exactly. It's a safe space, man. Meant to be. It's my United channel. I don't want to hear from them. I don't want to hear from those guys, KG. Fuck those guys. Even the soundboard said, no. Fidit says, I will no longer support this club. Sackable. Yeah, I mean, literally, KG. I remember, what game was it? Was it the West Ham one? When you said, like, I'm really worried now about next season. That was the eye opener. What is this? How can you even come back from this?
Can't, man.
I don't think you can.
He's gonna get sacked.
I don't think you can.
We'll have a new manager next season.
I would genuinely, I wouldn't be shocked if Ruben walks. I wouldn't be shocked if Ineos decide to pull the plug on Amorim and say, you know what, it's so bad that actually we just need to blow it all up and start again. How many mistakes have they made?
There's going to be another internal review, bro. This is fucked, bro.
I just, and it's the manner of that as well. The manner of that with how it's happened.
minus 12 losses, bro. Sorry, no, minus 12 on the goal difference. 9 points in since December.
I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this. Players. I don't. No.
I'm saying, I'll give the manager time, but he's not gonna make it.
No,
I'm saying he's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it, bro. That's what I'm saying. He needed to win. He needs. I thought all that
relaxing that he was doing before and having jokes and that with Bruno was all part of the fact that he's so secure in his fucking job.
You can't lose this, bro. You shouldn't have lost that.
What, you man are selling me a dream, and then as soon as it falls apart, then you fall apart with the dream.
I'm not saying Amorim out. I'm saying that he is not going to be able to rescue this. He won't be. He has too much work to do.
What's the point in him then? No. So what is the point in him then? If you're telling me that he's not the person to rescue this, what is the point in him then?
They're going to sack him. They're going to sack him. They're going to sack him.
Give him time. Why are you saying they're going to sack him? You should be saying give this motherfucker time because you believe in this and he can change it next season. Because you've been telling me this all season, blood. What's wrong with you now? Because he lost the final. You thought it didn't matter.
His coaching.
You thought it didn't matter.
Nah, you listen. You can stick to the thing of trying to be right, or you can look at what happened in this game, brother. The lineup was wrong. The lineup was wrong, and then the changes were late.
Wrong? Everybody was excited about it. Don't lie.
No,
why was the lineup
late? The changes were late. It didn't work. As in, they got stifled. So you have to make changes. He didn't make good in-game decisions, and then after, no player looked good in this game. Nobody looked good except Dorgu and Euro. We're finished. We're finished.
I think even if look, they do, he stays in the summer, he doesn't walk, he doesn't whatever. Yeah.
Yo, who's this?
Jermaine, how you feeling? From Filthy, how you feeling?
I'm getting rid of these people. Yeah, they ain't calling in on Man United channel. Fuck that. Not
Fuck
having
off.
that. Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm not having that. They're not calling in on Man United channel. I'll go full dictator settings. I don't care, man.
This is rock bottom.
Yes, you're
they beat us 4 times. They've beaten us 4 times, bro.
Well,
we lost 4 times to Spurs.
Bro,
hey, we're officially Spurs' bitch, bro. Hey, we're officially Spurs' bitch, bro. They beat us 4 times. 4 times. We're finished.
And,
So
and let's be honest,
like,
yeah.
let's look at it. Let's look at what's happened in this game today, though. And now you look at because we got another loss pending. Spurs have got Champions League football, bro. You see that summer players that we're gonna bring in? They're not coming, bro. Gyökeres, burn that. Burn whatever deal we're sending to him, not happening. Bruno, terrible today. Ahmad, terrible today. Casemiro, they all played shit. Only 2 players can hold their head up high. Dogu, Euro.
Morgan didn't do nothing wrong.
Huh?
He said he can hold his head up high.
Only Dogu and Euro can hold their head up high. One game 100%. A week.
Euro played well. Man, look at this team, bro. Yeah, no, it's time to start looking across the team because you know what? Yeah, the big game players that we were saying that we needed them to pull up. We was asking them to carry the flag. They were the people that we were following into war, and they got shot first. Hold on, not even that. They betrayed us. They turned around and gave the flag away.
They finally
literally
did it, bro.
every 2 minutes.
You know what he said about these criminals? Oh, and you know you talk about these criminals and stuff, yeah? Well, they finally went Joe.
Caught up to him. Caught up with him.
Finally went Joe.
That's what they say. If you have a life of crime, yeah, it will catch up to you eventually, and that's what happens. That's what happens.
We're gonna lose.
And by the way, make no mistake. Make no mistake. Yeah, all of this saying about Ruben or whatever. It's not to say that this is all on him or anything like that, because it's not. Again, I'm looking at those big players, the ones that we were glazing and gashing up before kickoff. Yeah, your Brunos, your Casemiros, those guys, and going, we needed you tonight. You didn't stand up. You didn't. I'm looking at, again, Ahmad, young guy, but you're meant to be this. You've got a big new contract. You sunk it out tonight. Mason Mount, you're meant to be number 7. You were invisible throughout the whole game. You were shocking. Absolutely shocking. Invisible. Rasmus Højlund, probably should be your last game in a Man United shirt. You're not good enough. Go. That whole team, Andre Onana, I'm looking at you for that goal as well still. Not good enough. Luke Shaw, you've been at the club way too long. You're not good enough. You were missing for the whole season. All you did today was pass it backwards, and then right at the depth ahead of that, it was easy for Vicario to save. So those players, yes, they all need to go. But I also then look at the coach and say, that is on your head. Look, when you're Man United head coach, that is on your head. Spurs won a trophy. It wasn't the right team, which is easy to say in hindsight, but we could all see that during the game. Make those changes at halftime. You didn't do that. If anything, Ange went to a back 5 with over 10 minutes to go, and we still didn't really threat them much.
We should have done so much more. Xerxes should have come on way earlier. As soon as Xerxes and Garnacho come on, it's better.
Luke Shaw should have come off as well. Luke Shaw he was having
he's shit,
bad
bro.
game. He was having a shit game, bro. He should have come off. 100% he should have come off.
And this is the concern as well now with Amorim, because these are legitimate questions. If you see that final, that performance, and again, that tactical display, if you see what you've seen since he's come in, he's won 6 games, why are then when we go in okay, this is 200 million to spend on players? Ineos are cutting up, they're saying people can have bread roll and soup. They're cutting costs. What, they're going to bankroll 200 million? By the way, 100 million, which we didn't get because we didn't qualify for the fucking Champions League, which we should have. Spurs in the final. This season, that match here tonight, that could set us back 3, 4, 5 years.
We blew a 100 million game.
And this was my point on Monday with the red carpet at Marseille. We don't need to lose games like this to realise these players are shit. We know these players are shit. We know they're bad. And Ruben, quite frankly, let's just be completely honest here. Mate, you've come in, you had a great reputation. I know reputations come to that Manchester United, but goodness me, you look so out of your depth at this point. Because if you can't win games.
It's Don Robbie.
I put him on the thing then.
Yeah, you did. Hey, listen. No, you first of all, right? First of all, you better be here on Friday.
I think I gotta go on holiday still. I gotta go on holiday.
I don't want to hear nothing about the holidays, right? And I've got a question for you. Should that fraud Ruben Amorim be sacked?
You gotta let me sleep on that, bro.
KG, you should go quiet on us, you idiot. How many times you've called me and Robbie?
Oh, you don't even answer your phone, AGT. AGT, this is embarrassing for me. You don't even answer your phone, AGT. This is
beating Spurs in the European Cup final.
We didn't do it.
They will hold that over you for the rest of your life. KG, Spurs, you are pathetic as a football club. KG, I've got one thing to say to you. Useless. Can you hear me, KG?
I can hear you perfectly, Ty.
Unlucky, man. KG, I want you not to win. KG,
it is what it is. Yeah, go on. Ask me another question.
Why did Ruben Amorim leave it so long to make subs tonight?
We're asking ourselves them same questions, bro. That's why I need to sleep on this one. We need to sleep.
No. You don't need to sleep on it. I'll answer it for you. This guy's a fraud. He's come in and he's taken you backwards, bro. He's worse than Ten Hag. He's worse than Oli, right? What has this man done for Manchester United to improve Manchester United since he's come in? Absolutely nothing. And do you know what? Right, you're asking me the other thing. Right? This guy is a fraud.
Brother.
Admit it, man.
Listen, Don Robbie will speak on Friday, bro. Brother, these are hold on.
Is he wrong?
Wait, hold
is
on.
he wrong?
No lies detected.
No.
That's the scary.
That's
Do you know
what
the
I'm
scary part? Do you know the scary? No, guys, there's no lies detected in this.
No,
this
there isn't.
game, our manager didn't help us today. He didn't.
Hold on. So are you agreeing that he's a fraud then? Is that what you're saying?
Bro,
he said no lies detected, fam. He said he's a fraud.
No, I'm saying the manager's taking us backwards. We have to be real. The manager.
That's what I said. That's why this was literally what I was just saying. This is what I was just saying. This is what I was just saying. That this is the problem.
In this game, we are in a situation. We are now. Where are we? We are where in the league?
KG, what did we say? We said when it came to the Premier League, it's because these players are focused on the Europa League. Our season is Europa League. Bilbao or bust. And we went fucking bust. Yeah, we have to acknowledge this, yeah? We put everything. We went to Vegas. We put everything on red. And we didn't get red. We lost it all. And when you lose it all, you look to the people in charge and you say, players, you're not good enough. Gone. Manager, since you've come in, you've won 6 matches. Six matches. And frankly, when you've got the same points per record as Paul Jewell in the Premier League with the worst derby team ever. Yeah, the records are just shocking. You look out of your depth. Tonight was the night to stand up. And it's not just Robbie can say that Amorim's a fraud. Fair. You can look at all of those players. Fraud. Sure. Fraud. Bruno, captain. As much as we praise you, we'd be in the championship without you. But look what happened tonight. You meant to stand up. You didn't. Fraud. Casemiro, big game hero. He didn't show up in the big game.
We're going to lose on Sunday.
Ineos, frauds. A lot of them. Omar Barada, you're lucky to keep your job. Onana, all of these guys. Who is it? Dave Brailsford. We look like a fucking bunch of cyclists playing football.
What's so crazy about this? They were playing for 100 million and 25% pay rise. And they did that fucking shit. That's what they did. They paid for the money to be at the big time. Yeah, and they did that. Bro, they had 3 of their best players out. They did it without Madison. They did it without Kulusevski. They did it without everyone, bro. This is serious.
We got a bunch of super chats. Need to read these all out. MWK360 says, Amorim out. He failed at every test he had. Matt says, is the 120 million Bruno bid still there? Because fair play, let him go if that's how he performs in a final. So Jackpot says, at a certain point, we need an intervention. I'm like an addict. I cannot support this team any longer. My heart cannot handle this much stress. Mason says, first guy I want to see out the club is that dead goalkeeper with dead reactions and no fundamentals. Best of DJ Mixes says, Leeds fans loving it. Happy days. KOTB says, LOL KG, you bold Malteser. United have fallen. Christopher says, what a whimper of a final, team of wimps. Dwayne says, I'll be a red until the end. I'm done with these guys. It might be emotions, but sack them all. I'm fucking done. I'm done. I tried to ride the storm. Fitz says, absolutely disgusting performance. Heads will roll. Giovanni says, KG, let's see your brain dead analysis on how we are better than Arsenal. Don't talk about other teams until we look at ourselves. M. Al-Qanusi says, Snakalele, you are cooked. Arvin says, give me one reason why he should be in next season. Loose Cannon has been a member for 24 months. Says, absolute disgraceful. No excuses. Sell all of them. Don't care what money we get back. I would rather have 11 new recruits, top 4, or bin the manager. Giovanni says, I hate this team with all my heart. Super Arch says, now that reality has set in, can we all stop this delusion? Amorim will be here next year. Tried to warn you back in December. Daniel Luciano says, stop picking up KG community first. Come on now. Real has been a member for 22 months. Says, sorry, Bruno was a joke start to finish, and his crap attitude and awful play spread through the team, and Amorim resorted to magic. Sell Bruno now. John P says, it's Eric Ten Hag players. Amorim has this year before Christmas. He needs to prove himself. Bruno needs to have a look at himself. He was worse than Shaw and Onana. Duma says, Leon game meant nothing. CRZZ says, KG and Flex deserve it for being so overconfident. DC says, Eric Ten Hag would have won that final. Abhishek with the contribution. D says, playing Luke Shaw is on Amorim. Hey, it's me. Phil 5 says, you can't make any more excuses. It's a poor system, and the proof is in the results. 5 at the back, can't defend, press properly. New low for this lot. 3-4-3 for F's sake. Dwayne says, what is the point of pushing in the last 7 minutes when Spurs went to a back 5 with 20 left on the clock? Sell them all, rename the club. Disgraceful. D says, Ange owned Amorim sadly. John says, guys, we've had an abysmal season, but let's let Reuben have this transfer window and let him work his thing. These lot of players have been throwing managers under the bus for the past few years. Dwayne says, Ugarte and Garnacho were needed from the start. Pogba's hiatus says, Luke Shaw is built like a bag of milk. Andrew says, where do we go from here? Israel Scott says, KG, let me participate in your going away fund. MWK360 says, Oshman, Jokeres, Cherky, all brothers not coming. El Cap says, Amorim cost us this game. He's already in Spain. Don't let him on the bus. Let him walk home back to Portugal. Follow called fraud. Abraham says, Heritage. Heritage has been gone since Sir Alex. Ankit says, someone needs to be fired, and it's Amorim. Troy Superstar says, glad we lost. At least Amorim gets sacked. Yeah. American says, never thought I would see a manager worse than Eric Ten Hag. Hey, it's me. Phil 5 says, anyone who says Amorim deserves a free hit is smoking dust for real. Hashtag Amorim fraud watch is over. Dwayne says, we've got to classify this as a Premier League game. Reg Shane says, we can't recover from this. Amorim late subs were worse than Eric Ten Hag, who was known for it. How do I make my 8-year-old son believe in this team? Dwayne says, Omar and them tear it up. Everyone is fraudulent. Pav says, club is in debt, no Europe, got dead-ass players who God knows will buy from us, yet we have to convince top players to sign for us, RIP United. Larry says, Roy Keane was right about Bruno's leadership. I couldn't believe what I saw him do tonight, one of the worst players on the pitch. Jonathan Hammond still going, still trying to gift out memberships. That's 10 UV memberships. Big up, Jonathan, for all of your support. Nitin says, Spurs have beaten us 4 times now this season, and on Sunday they might beat us for the 5th time. Spurs, wow, we're playing Aston Villa on Sunday. Fat Thor says, I want Owen to talk about what's next for us from here. We'll talk about that in a second. Ayush says, this is open heart surgery this fan base was begging for after Ollie. Ranić fooled you lot, but go on praising these big mouths. That's what you get. Day says, where's Pav? Dwayne says, can we pull money and buy the club as fans? We would be better than everyone on the pitch and on the board. All Elite says, humbled. I think I'm done. Snackalele was wild. And Alex with the contribution. Guys, where do we go from here? Really?
We're really in serious trouble, man.
We are. Proper trouble.
We're in serious trouble, man. That's the truth. And that's why, like, what's scary? Do you know what the scariest thing is? We can put the money into Amorim's rebuild, but do you trust Amorim? Do you trust Amorim to rebuild effectively? And right now, yeah, and I know it's emotion. The emotion's talking, but there's some questions. Also a bit of logic. I think. There's some questions that we still struggling to answer. He needed to win this game. The question is this. Here's the questions. Is he better? Is he made us better? No. Has he improved any players? No. Would this celebrate? No,
No,
there's
but
no,
the thing is,
no, you
you're
can't
struggling to
even.
answer the question. You're not
No, I know
struggling, bro.
that.
The answer is no. The answer is no. You're
Can't
not
do
really
nothing.
struggling.
No, but I'm saying, do I want to give this man to sell players to fit in his system that doesn't work? His system's not working for us, and I don't understand. I don't know if it's because I'm still waiting, saying, well, I've got Onana, I've got Rasmus. What do I do there? Do I trust him to say now? If I give him, let's say we give him a better keeper, and I don't know, a more potent striker. Is Delap gonna save us? Is
That's all
gonna
he
Delap
save
can get
us.
now because Gokeres ain't coming. Gokeres ain't coming now. He ain't coming. That's all he can get now. Think about it now, bro. It's the options that we have left now. It's not about what he wants anymore. It's about what is now left on the table. Yeah? And what's left on the table is Liam Delap because he said he didn't care if we had Champions League or not. He's the only one that said that. Everybody else, they got standards.
Well, Cunha as well. I mean, fuck it. If I was United, I'm looking at that. Go, can we get Cunha over the line? But then it's all of it is now because I think this is what you're trying to sort of say, KG. Even if we do the thing in the transfer window in the summer, even if we have the preseason, like we know where this road's heading now. At this point, we know
he's gonna get sacked.
And my worry is like, are we going to see? Do we really think we're going to see this dramatic turnaround between now and the beginning of next season? We go, I tell you what, yeah, he just needed the players, or I don't know, man. I really don't know.
He's going to get sacked. The manager's going to get sacked. He will be sacked by 10 games into the season. He'll be sacked.
Crazy coming from you. The way you've
He's
told
gonna
me
get
to...
sacked.
You've asked me what am I smoking when I've told you to question all the shit he's been doing, and now you're telling me he's going to get sacked 10 games into the season. Where's all this belief? Why is he not getting all the backing that everybody said he's going to get backed with? Why was he
ain't
sitting
got
so
money? We haven't got the because right now we've looked out on 100 million.
Nothing was going to happen to him if you're going to get sacked 10 games into the next season. You better not be here next season if you're going to get sacked 10 games into the next season. This is what I'm saying to all of you, man. Yeah, this is bullshit now. No, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
No, he's got 100 million. Wait, hold on. So Man United have got how much to spend?
Well, they've got enough to spend on Delap and Cunha. That's it.
Wait, no, answer the question. How much has Man United got to spend?
It's on Delap and Cunha, those transfers.
How much has he got to spend?
Those transfers.
AG, I do not know how much Manchester United has to spend.
You say how much? You reckon? What's the rebuild going to cost?
Okay, maybe that's 150 to 200.
150 million. And then right now, the only two players we're getting is Liam Delap and Cunha at the moment. Yeah? Is there anything greater than those two players?
But then that's the question then, KG, when you go, right, if we can't get players then, we don't have the money to get players.
We have to keep the ones we have.
And we've got to keep the ones that we have. Do we need to then look at someone that can get more out of what we have? Because we can't, because we fucked this up so much. Because Amorim's clearly said himself, I can't get the most out of these players. Some managers might be able to get more out of them than I can. But we were like, well, get to the summer. But now you even think about the summer going, if we can't afford to bring players in to suit the system, then you're looking at your manager to coach. You're looking at your manager to coach and improve what he's got. And he's already said he can't do that. So then what do we do? Do we go for another season of this? Another season of this when he goes, well, if I had the players in, we'd be better. But we screwed up so badly last season that we could have got Champions League, but we didn't. So we're stuck with what we got. And I can't improve them. Then what? Then what do we do?
I can't believe we've let Spurs win a title.
You know what?
Fucking Spurs.
Here's one. I don't want to be that guy, right? I don't want to be that guy. If Ruud van Nistelrooy was in this final tonight as the manager and he played 4-4-2, would we win that game?
No, I'd even go as far. You know who I'd say would win this game? Don't even ramp with me. You know who I'd say would win this game? But people don't want me to say it. Someone said it in the chat already.
Say it, bro.
The last manager would have won this game. Ten Hag would have won this fucking game, bro. How about that?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't care what you think. I'm telling you what I think. You're telling me Ruud. What proof have you got that Ruud would win it? At least I know that Ten Hag's won finals. What has Ruud won? Fuck off.
Hey,
I'm telling you, Ten Hag would have won it, bro.
He literally got people. He literally, in his short time, he realized Ugarte, Casemiro, put them in the middle, 4-4-2. These players are shit, so we have to play shit football to get anything out of the game. We can't do that formation there. We can't do it. We can't do it.
We've regressed, though. We can all fight and try to be right, or we have to really look at this situation. we've regressed.
Yeah, the situation is as a club,
we've regressed, and we needed the killer is this was like the you know, like the rubber dinghy, the life jacket. This was the life jacket in finances. We all spoke about why Man United need this game and why we need it more. We needed the money to rebuild this team in the image of the manager. Now this manager has to do a rebuild he has to do a budget rebuild. He is not going to rebuild this team on a budget. This team needs to be able to spend north of 250 million to rebuild it.
So it's not going to work out then, is it? So it's not going to work out.
And that's why I think he's in trouble.
Yeah.
That's why. This is the part I'm saying. If we won this game, I'm looking at, well, Gyökeres changes the rebuild of this team. Gyökeres, Cunha, and a goalkeeper. That changes the whole complexion of this team. If we can't stay as we are with those two players, we'll be fighting relegation next season.
And also, and this is the other part of it, now for Ineos, now it becomes actually, you're looking at how much would it cost to sack Amorim, whatever. It's now probably more cost effective to get rid of the manager than being able to get rid of some of these players. Because on some of those players, you'd have to take a massive loss. But if we'd have won tonight, 100 million, like you said, different kettle of fish, we can bring better players in, we can get them. Now, our season, our summer looks totally different. We can get a couple. We can get We can get
Patrice ever, bro.
We can get a couple of a couple of players in, and I think he's in massive trouble. I think he's massive trouble, and actually, I think it's going to be a pride thing for Ineos now. Of like, are they willing to admit that they've screwed it up so badly again, and do they blow it all up, or do they go, no, it's definitely going to be right, it's definitely going to be okay? But how can you buy in for that? The potential is there. By the season closing on Sunday, KG, we might be 17th worst team in the league. That's going to be playing there next season.
Nothing to show for the season.
Yeah, how can you come back from that? Wow. Any other coach, and this is where people are right. If this was Gareth Southgate, we'd be going next right now.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be Gareth Southgate. Say any fucking name. I don't understand why this guy is Jesus to you people, right? Why is he fucking God? Why is it? Listen, I don't understand, KG, why it's taking you to the fucking final of the Europa League for him to lose, for you to say, now we have to question everything. Fuck off. Why was he questioning it in the first place? Why? You know what I'm saying? No. We'll say to question. No, when we say to question it in,
I'm backing
how many times? No, one time you called me, KG, and asked me, you sound like you was moving mad talking about Amorim like this. Bro, Amorim ain't said shit, done shit. 9 points. All he's done is 9 points. And you're asking me why I was questioning anything. Brother, this guy's been running up a one-way street the wrong way.
The killer is, you're sounding like you've been Amorim out. You've been in two places, so it's a beautiful thing.
You sound like Amorim out. You know the funny thing is, I've been saying all this shit for a long time. You man piss me off, blood.
Are you Amorim in, Joe? Are you Amorim in or out?
You know what? Yeah, I will tell you what I am.
No, Joe, are you Amorim in or out?
Don't ask me any questions right now.
There you go. Wait, Joe. All the higher might. Are you Amorim in? Wait, Joe, why are you Amorim in?
Fuck you and everybody else, bro.
Hold on, Joe. Are you Amorim? No, it's easy because you can't go on. You see these people that have been in the middle and been cussing the manager, but they're not saying Amorim out. What are you?
Bro, you know what it is? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. No, if you like to get me wound up, yeah, I'm gonna tell you this right now, KG. Yeah,
are you Amorim
for another season? No, you know what? Give him the window, bro. Give him the window because guess what?
So you're Amorim in. So are you? Wait. Are you Amorim in?
I'm gonna join the APA now. You dickhead. I'm gonna join the APA. Watch this. I'm gonna be the manager like never before now.
Wait, hold on.
Watch this shit.
Owen.
All dickheads.
You've listened to this, yeah? You've listened to this high and mighty speech.
Yeah.
It's a simple question for Joe Blackman. But now he says he's joining Amorim in. Why are you Amorim in now?
Well, you could turn it around, KG. What are you? You Amorim in or Amorim out?
Yeah.
I'm Amorim.
Yeah, KG.
No, answer it. Wait, hold on. No, do you know?
Yeah.
Because I want to answer.
You're thinking about it. I
want to answer it. I'm thinking about it because guess what? I said I have to sleep right
free
now.
Hit.
I'm emotional.
Free hit, yeah.
I'm emotional.
Free hit.
It's never a free hit. I'm emotional, so I can't even. I like when I spoke to Don Robbie and he said all the things he was saying. It's all true. I needed this guy to win this game, and I believed he could. He couldn't. And I saw coaching stuff today that scared me even more than I've been scared already. Some of the coaching today, we had a fully fit team. Spurs had 3 of their star players out, and we still couldn't win.
Answer the question, bro. You're waffling. Answer the question.
So it's not waffling because you haven't answered the question. I'm saying right now, I'm gonna sleep on it, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I probably right now.
I said I'm running, bro. Yeah, go on.
But so right now, I got to sleep on this one because
all right,
I don't
KG. I'll put it to you then. Are you willing to come on the morning show tomorrow and tell us your decision after you slept on it?
I got to do fucking True Geordie at 9. Sorry, mate.
He's kind of scared, didn't he? He's kind of scared.
I got to do True Geordie at 9.
And he was giving you a go.
You feel different tomorrow. I'm gonna feel different tomorrow probably. So you have to sleep on it. Right now, in the emotion, we just lost the final. You look and eat. Joe, you're doing. Owen, are you hammering in or out? Since you're doing that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Owen, are you hammering in or out? And even
I don't believe. After tonight, I descended in disaster. He'll go.
So you're hammering out.
Because do you know why? Do you know why? Because if we had won tonight and we'd got in the Champions League, like you said, I said there would have been money there to bring the players in. We don't have the money. It's now a cheaper option. It's a cheaper option to get rid of the manager because we can't get rid of some of the players and we can only bring in 2 or 3 players. It's over. You can't look when you take a step back. If you just look at this completely objectively, he came in November, which is more than enough time to win games, right? We could be 17th. Any other coach, any other name would have got sacked for that. Solskjaer got sacked for being, 6th or 7th? 17th. And I get it. Ten Hag's players, this, that, and the other. But you've got to work with you've got, and also you've got to buy yourself time. We lost to Spurs. We're 17th. Do you know, KG, there's a stat. Do you know it's the last team we beat that was outside the relegation zone? Last team we beat outside Fulham. All the way back in February. Last team we beat outside the relegation zone, Fulham. Spurs, before tonight, the last team they beat outside the relegation zone, who was it? It was Man United when we played them at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They hadn't beat a team outside the relegation zone since until it was us again.
I just got, bro.
We have got.
I know what I'm saying tomorrow. So wait, Joe Blackman. So what are you saying? You're back in? Are you still back in Amorim because we're back in Amorim?
Oh yeah, I'm doing whatever you're doing, bro. I'm following the crowd. You know what? That's
such a cop out.
A cop out, KG. You're going. I've got to sleep on it. I've got to sleep on it.
He's just saying, I'm going to make my own decision. 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 Joe did the highest. Joe, you did the higher mighty speech about you've been. Wait, hold on. You've been a player. You've been a guy that's been. You've been a guy that's been strong Amorim. You don't like Amorim. Don't like Amorim. Now's the moment to say you're Amorim out, but you're saying that you're going to back Amorim. Why?
Because once again, you know, because I'm going to keep saying the same thing I've been saying the whole season. I'm not going to flip-flop like all you dickheads are doing. That's what I'm going to say to you right now, innit? Yeah, I'm going to keep on saying the same thing I've been saying all season. I feel sorry for this idiot manager. I feel sorry for him that he was brought into this stinking situation. Yeah, and then you guys have been backing him to high heaven like he's the next thing since sliced bread. So he won't change anything. So he thinks his system is golden. Anyway, you think this manager's system is the best thing since sliced bread. So you know what? Have it next season and let's see if you can do what you can do with the specific players that he needs apparently to win, you know, at least 3 fucking games. Because it's been how many games and you ain't won shit? So you know what? See what you can do in it next season with fuck all. Dickheads. All of you.
So then how is your energy on us but not on the decision? Because you can't blame United fans.
I can't blame you. No, you especially don't rally nobody no more. Yeah, you need to shut up, man. Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah, shut up.
No, that is bullshit. That's bullshit.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I think KG, you're doing some major gaslighting because
I'm not. I promise you.
You are hiding away. You asked me a question and I gave you an answer.
So my answer is. I honestly don't want to make the decision this quick. I feel that the manager has been set up to fail. If I'm really looking at, because at the moment, if I look at the small picture, I can say, he's failed with this.
You sound like me now.
Wait, hold on. I'm saying where I feel. I'm saying that right now, emotionally, I'm looking at him like, how can we lose to Spurs as a total disgrace and embarrassment? But when you step back and look at it, you say, you brought this manager in, you gave him this, and he's given us this. However, that doesn't excuse how bad you've been with the players you have. So my thing is, should you, the question I'm asking myself really is, do you give this manager funds to make it better? Do you give him a fair crack at the whip because he's only bought you doggy?
Yeah, but KG,
that ain't fair.
What do you feel?
I'm telling you what I feel. I'm indecisive.
I'm
honestly,
you're saying a lot of rhetorical questions.
No, because I'm telling you what I feel. I'm saying I need to think about it. I'm saying right now, this manager has got the shittest goalkeeper and the shittest striker. Do you have to make that thing better? I do still feel that's an issue. However, the other side that I can't not pay attention to is you have been bad with the players that you have, and you're not gonna get 7 players. I was hoping you was gonna get 7 players in the market. You're not getting that. Now, if you bring
why is he going backwards then? Why is he going backwards, bro? That's the question. You know what? Yeah, we had that same shit goalkeeper and that same shit striker last season, and we finished where?
Say that again.
We had the same shit goalkeeper and same shit striker last season. Why has we gone backwards?
Shit, man.
17th from 8th. Do you know how far down that is, bro?
All right, I'm going to get these super chats. So we'll wrap it up. Dwayne says, Bruno, you're going to have to save us. Take that money from Saudi. Yeah. If Al Hilal want to do 150 million, Bruno, you got a week. Pretesh says, we can no longer from today say, lads, it's Tottenham. OGN says, you man are finished. Absolutely finished. Slango says, KG going to be looking like a reverse Super Saiyan. Impact with the contribution. PJ says, if he can't steady the ship, he defo can't rebuild. Cafe Con Leche said Van Gaal, Jose, Ollie, and Eric Ten Hag were fired for less. Anthony Tracy says, squad doesn't suit Amorim and we've got no money to change. David T says, I'm disconnected from football. It's done. Impact says, did Amorim expect a result today starting that team? Z6 says, KG, we are finished. All Elite says, Amorim coins took a beating today concerning. Loose Cannon says, Andre needs to be catching the first flight to Nigeria. Dwayne says, I've been running the hope. I don't have any hope left. I don't care what happens now. Just effing fix it. Tear it up. The only way to fix it. What a name that is. Sir Jackalot says he's going to be sacked either now or by December. Rayo says, Ten Hag Defense League, Ten Hag would have won this at Joe Blackburn. Fat Thor says, reality, this poor form will be carried into next season. Dwayne says, maybe it's me, I'm supporting wrong or something, WTF. And also says, did my father set me up with supporting United? Danny DeFito says, get this manager out. Eric Ten Hag would have won this final. I have no doubt in my mind. It's too big for him. How does this guy watch months of Rasmus and continue to start him? We are finished as a club. Ivy Clip says, Amorim is shit, but he isn't asking these guys to play rugby or something. 3-4-3 is still football, yet they can't do anything. Fire everyone. Pav says, KG Joe, we did everything we could, rallied the troops. These men let us down. I'll never forgive them, especially Onana and Shaw. Parada, Wilcox, Amorim out. Thanks for a dead summer window. JP says, we haven't regressed. Other managers have papered over the cracks. Ruben refused to do that and the house fell down, but it's been falling for years, even under Ollie and Ten Hag. Abhishek says, Conte in.
I hear that comment. I respect that comment.
V33 says, I'm done. Fan since 99 before. I'm dead inside. Forever 5D says, is fan base willing to sell their souls for the Champions League? Give this man a season at least. He said it himself. He'll walk away if things turn bad. Loose Cannon says, Eric Ten Hag must be sitting there smoking a cigar. Well, 3. Cafe Con Leche says, the reason we're having conversations about transfer funds is because Ineos are broke owners, just like the Glazers, who have all sold us lies. Let's be real. Dwayne says, I'm still baffled on why he changed the team that got us to the final. Bad selection. This game was on the manager at first and the players not showing up. Phil says, if I was Cobby, I would leave. Bruss says, Amorim had 6 months with these players. No excuses to lose one final against Spurs. That's all we wanted, just one game. JP says, that game was asked to win. Spurs did fuck all. We even scored for them. Absolute criminals all season and showed again. Roos says, dunked, broken. Football died today. Dwayne says, 250, 300 million if Bruno Garnacho and Maino get sold. Pranav says, Southgate point is bang on. Dwayne says, oh, and you hit the nail on the head. I don't believe anymore. Jaden says, can we get Flex's response? We'll get Flex's response from outside the ground. Dwayne says, booze at Old Trafford for Villa. They deserve that at most. JJ says, reckless review, full-time view. Full-time view will be coming up shortly. Joel Glazer's Hairjow says, Cunha will have Champions League playing suitors. Real says, Amorim in if we can buy his players. Now we can't, so what's the point? Mr. Darkside says, if you're Amorim in, the only way we do worse next year is 17th of relegation. Will you wait for that to happen? Will you also be happy we finish 11th next season and give the manager kudos because it's an improvement? The Cref London says, big up Owen, only one here with certified cojones. The Dwayne says, Joe, KG gaslighting up, let your emotions speak. Anthony says, a wing-backs provided to provide threat in 3-4-3, Dorgu and Mazraoui. Perrault says, we can either paper over cracks or let the manager do his thing. Give him time to make mistakes and correct himself. We are not a top 4 club, and I think most of us would rather have long-term success than just winning games by luck. Darren says, KG, you're looking weak, demanding answers but can't answer yourself. Mig says, 1, what other big clubs' fan base would put up with over 20 years of Glazers/Rat? 2, no coach will fix this. We will continue to rinse and repeat, coach in and coach out. Glazers win and love this idiotic logic. Hashtag Glazers out. Hey, it's me, Phil, says, Amorim is clearly out of his depth. Can't trust a man in the in-game decisions over 5 months. To give him another window is irresponsible/stupid. Dwayne says, Sin bin KG out of here. He's talking BS in circles. Another super chat says, United have to stop signing Scandinavian players outside of Haaland, Gyökeres. There are no men in those places. Their culture rewards politeness and being nice. Top-level football has no place for it. It's me, Phil says, basic pattern recognition we've regressed immensely under. Never experienced a season where mid-games I lose all interest. Performances have been abhorrent. Ineos and Brada have got a lot to answer to. JV says, Ruben Amorim should go back to Portugal. Real Stuff says, can we improve the language and control of our emotions? Atonement says, KGX dropped a music video on our heads and then went to slap us up again in the final. This is embarrassing. And Blaine says, we're now at a massive crossroads. We stick and back him or don't and flip when a new guy comes in. Well, it's not his team. And JD says, KG Expressions is going to be insufferable. There you go, guys. It's going to be a tough one. What's to come? I don't even know. Hutchie says, manager in and out talk every 6 months now. But you've got to win games in 6 months. We've only won 6. A game a month. Full-time view is going to be coming up shortly. KG, you're going to be on your channel, I'm assuming.
Yeah, what time are you finishing?
I'll be done by about 11:15ish. I'll send people your way as well. And we'll be live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for the morning view. Joe will be joining me as well, and we'll have to try and put on a brave face.